there's all kinds of battles in training camp. When you look at the running backs, how would you describe, the group that you have there?
Yeah, it's good. It's only been a few days, but the guys that we had in rookie camp seem like they fit our style, which is always pleasing, right? I mean, Brady runs a certain way, protects a certain way, and we've always liked that, and it's good. Some people I think would say, well, why don't you bring in something completely different? But I don't know how that would fit, right? We like the way we do things.
And Brady, the shape that he's come in?
Yeah. Last year was a little tough, right? But this year he's come in great. He always wants to be in great shape. It's just overall health, right? And I think this year he looks terrific.
And Peyton Logan, you'll use him like mostly on kick returns and then throw in some different packages?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I mean, he can come out of the backfield too, and he can do all those things, and he'd be productive for us. But yeah, there's certainly, obviously, we want competition at the returner spot, and he's a guy we brought in that we know can do it, and just have to see where it all plays out as the time goes on. Yeah.
Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Just your first thought on Claricius, this year, second-year player. You had a number of guys lead the team in the offseason. What kind of expectations do you have for him coming into his second year in the league?
Yeah, every second-year guy comes in with a better understanding. I think we touch on it probably every year. You see their growth. You recognize their confidence level has changed. And I thought Casey did a great job for us last year. He got in a bunch and played a bunch for us as a rookie, and I thought he held himself to a high standard last year. So you're looking for even more of that. He's a big, strong, tough kid who's. I just enjoy being around him too. Right? He's a little bit quiet, but he tends to smile every once in a while, and he likes to get his work done. Right? So. Yeah, you expect bigger things from him this year, and I think he's the type of kid that whatever you're going to ask him to do, he's going to do it. Mm-hmm. And he's whatever that role is, it doesn't matter to him. He's just going to be pretty pleased that he's with the guys out in the field and has a role. Yeah.
And just the last one for me on Holm re-signing. I led the team in tackles last year. Just how important was it to get a quality and to get him back on the field for you?
Yeah, he's in the upper echelon of defensive backs in the entire league. And even better than that, his desire to serve his teammates is through the roof, right? So you'd hate for that guy to be somewhere else.
Coach, I'm curious with maybe defensive backs in particular, do you want to see those guys who are fighting for those roster spots, do you want to see them be a little bit more aggressive? Maybe taking more chances? Is that something that's preached?
We want to see them play within the system and understand their role within the system, and we want to see them make the plays that they're supposed to make, right? If a guy takes a bit of a risk, if he can explain why he took it, and it's a very logical answer, football IQ answer, then you're probably pleased. If he doesn't know why he took a chance, then eventually he's probably going to get burnt with it, right? Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you want to see guys make plays. That's what stands out.
Mm-hmm. Tate Gowan looked pretty comfortable, at least from my side, while playing with the rookies. I'm just curious what your thoughts have been since the vets have been kind of thrown in the mix.
Yeah, day two, he's a big, long guy. He's tall and long and has, he's played at a high level. And I think as guys come up here, the DB position can be pretty challenging, the differences in our game compared to down south. So it takes a little bit of time for them to get used to it. But with all the young guys, you just want to see them keep absorbing the playbook, keep putting it out on their field. And JY will have a lot of information about whether he thinks these guys can learn and grow and what their potential is.
Is there, just going off that, in your evaluation, how do you kind of weigh or balance maybe a guy who you can see maybe the talent, but he is adjusting and he's trying to kind of find his way still, because you're trying to trying to build a competitive team still at the end of the day. So how do you
Yep.
weigh that?
And we still have to have a bunch of guys that we can develop too, right? So they're, a whole pile of them fit in some way. And it may not be on the field on that first play in the, against BC. It may be something else as a role. But it's our job to recognize their potential too, and how do we develop it.
Also, could you just talk about why Brandon Alexander was here today?
Yeah, helping us out.
Was that something that did you reach out to him? Did he reach out to you guys to?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think him being here, he was here for a long time with us, gave everything he could to the team and his teammates and the game, and it's good to have a guy like that around, right? He's the ultimate rep thief, made his mark grinding, and I think if some of that rubs off on the guys through conversation or, will only help us.
Last one for me, James Evans. What were your thoughts on his debut? He's getting a lot of oohs and ahs when he was kicking the ball.
Yeah, he banged the first one away pretty good. Different type of breeze, and he's getting used to it. So we'll see. Everybody at that position wants to be more consistent. I think it was pretty hard for both punters to get the ball to turn over with the way the wind was going today. He landed yesterday, right? So to get out in the field today, and he'd probably try to work out the kinks. But like I said, at that position, the consistent ball flight and placement is something that they all are striving for. Good, thank you.